A burst of storm clouds. A single heartbeat. Then Claire's voice echoes in the dark. Every choice has a cost. The screen cuts to Jamie riding into a burning field. And in that moment, the Outlander Season 8 trailer makes one thing clear. This final chapter will test every bond, every promise, and every hidden secret. But among all the chaos, fans can't stop talking about one thing. The sudden appearance of a mysterious man who looks just a little too familiar. A man some believe could finally reveal the truth about. Claire's long-lost brother. The new Outlander Season 8 trailer opens with a heavy, almost haunting tone. The light is dim, the music is slow, and the air feels thick with danger. It's clear the show is preparing us for a finale where nothing comes easy. As the camera moves across the battlefield, smoke rises in swirling waves, showing us that war is no longer a distant threat. It is now fully wrapped around Jamie and Claire's lives. The stakes are higher, the risks are greater. And every scene feels like it could be the moment everything changes. We see Claire standing alone at first, her face calm but her eyes troubled. Her voiceover sets the emotional tone. She speaks of choices, memories, and the ghosts of the past that never truly leave us. This is a hint that Season 8 will dig deeper into her history, possibly revealing parts of her life she never knew existed. The soft flicker of firelight touches her face, suggesting she is remembering something or someone important. Then, the trailer shifts to Jamie. He rides through chaos, shouting orders as soldiers rush past him. His movements are strong, but there's a heaviness in his expression, like he knows this battle may cost him more than he's ready to lose. The sound of cannons explodes in the background, and the screen cuts quickly between flashes of violence and moments of stillness. This contrast makes it clear that the calm moments are rare now, and every breath could be their last peaceful one. We also get quick glimpses of Brianna and Roger, each dealing with their own challenges across time. Their faces show fear mixed with determination, suggesting a new threat is rising, something connected to time travel itself. Their storyline appears to run parallel to Jamie and Claire's struggle, but the trailer hints that their paths may collide in a dramatic way before everything ends. Altogether, the trailer gives us a world on the edge of collapse. It's not just a setup for the final season, it's a warning. Every character is standing at a crossroads, and the decisions they make will shape the end of the Outlander saga. But even with all this turmoil, the moment that left fans buzzing is still ahead: the arrival of a stranger with unmistakable ties to Claire's past. The trailer shifts into its most personal moment when Claire's voice returns soft, steady, but trembling with something she can no longer hide. The screen fades to a close-up of her eyes, lit only by the glow of a lantern. There's a deep sadness there, mixed with a kind of longing that feels older than the war around her. As she speaks, her words flow over a series of quiet shots. A lonely cabin, an empty chair, and a folded piece of paper she touches as if it still holds warmth from another life. Her narration carries the weight of someone trying to move forward while still being pulled back by memories that refuse to fade. She talks about the people she has lost, the choices she has made, and the unexpected shadows of her past that continue to shape her present. Every sentence feels like a confession she never meant to say out loud. "The past isn't gone," she whispers. "It waits for us." And with that line, the trailer begins to hint at a secret long hidden something Claire has either forgotten or never knew existed. The scene becomes even more haunting. When we see Claire walking through a forest at dusk, the trees are tall and still, but the silence is unsettling, like the woods are listening to her footsteps. Her voice trembles slightly as she talks about a connection she has always felt but never understood. The trailer only shows her silhouette, but the emotion in her voice is enough to tell us this is not just any memory. This is something tied to her own bloodline, something she may have sensed her entire life. And just when the audience settles into this soft, emotional space, the camera does something unexpected. It cuts to a fast flash of a man's hand holding a small object that looks old, worn, and strangely familiar. The shot is so quick that viewers barely have time to process it, but it's enough to spark questions. Claire's narration deepens, her voice almost breaking as she says, "Sometimes the truth finds you when you're not ready for it." We don't see the man's face yet. We only see a shoulder, a shadow, and the hint of an old-fashioned coat that doesn't match the style of anyone we know. And in that moment, the entire tone of the trailer shifts. Claire's words, the mysterious figure, and the sudden stillness all merge into a sense of destiny closing in. It feels like she's on the edge of discovering something that could change the story we thought we knew. The emotional weight of this section makes it clear that Season 8 is not just about war or survival. It's about identity, about the truths buried in Claire's past that she has never had the chance to face. And whatever this secret is, it's coming for her now. Whether she is ready or not, the silence of Claire's voice fades. And the trailer snaps violently into the sound of battle gunfire cracking through the smoke-filled air. Jamie appears in the center of the chaos, and for a moment, the camera seems to struggle to keep up with him. He's no longer the calm leader we've seen through the years. This version of Jamie is pushed to the edge, fighting as if every second of hesitation could cost someone he loves. His horse bursts through a wall of smoke, and we see his eyes sharp, fierce, and tired in a way that only someone who has carried too much can look. The ground shakes with explosions, men shouting orders, and the thunder of distant cannons. Jamie moves through it all like a storm carving through a raging fire. There's urgency in every motion. His breath is quick, his jaw clenched. He raises his sword, and for a moment, the world slows just enough to show the weight on his shoulders. This isn't just a battle for survival. This is a battle with consequences that stretch across time, across generations, and across the fragile threads that hold his family together. The trailer gives us another close shot of Jamie, this time crouched behind a fallen tree. Dirt stains his clothes, sweat drips down his face, and his hands shake not from fear, but from the pressure of what he must do next. His voice is low when he speaks, almost drowned out by the war raging behind him. He says something about protecting what remains, and the line hits with a heavy force. It's clear he's not only talking about land or freedom, he's talking about the people he loves, the people who anchor him in a world that keeps trying to tear him away. Then comes the moment fans paused again and again. Jamie reaches into his coat and pulls out a small, folded piece of parchment. It's worn like it's been opened 100 times. But he doesn't look at it, he just holds it tightly for one breath before tucking it back away. The trailer doesn't reveal what it is or why he carries it now in the heart of a deadly battle. But his expression says everything. Whatever is written on that paper is fueling him, guiding him, maybe even haunting him. A sudden explosion throws Jamie to the ground, and the camera crashes with him. The world becomes a blur of dust and ringing sound. For a moment, all we see is Jamie struggling to rise, while the battle rages on without mercy. The trailer wants us to feel the danger closing in, and it succeeds. This season isn't going to protect anyone. Not even Jamie Fraser. As he stands again, determination hardening his features. The message becomes clear. This final season will test Jamie in ways we've never seen. Every fight feels heavier. Every choice feels final. And as the camera pans up to the fiery sky, it's impossible to shake the feeling that Jamie's courage may come at a terrible price. One that could reshape the end of the Outlander story itself, just when the trailer feels completely trapped in the smoke and danger of Jamie's battlefield. It cuts away to something quieter, colder, and strangely futuristic. The scene opens with a soft buzzing sound, almost like an electrical hum deep underground. Roger appears first, standing in front of a strange metallic structure. His face is tense, his hands resting on the machinery as if he's afraid to touch it too hard. There's a look in his eyes that Outlander fans know all too well, the look of a man who understands the power of time and the pain it often brings. Brianna steps into the frame next, her expression caught between fear and determination. The lighting is dim, almost blue, and the shadows bend around her as though time itself is shifting in the room. She reaches out and runs her hand along a row of wires and gears that look familiar, but it's updated like the time travel device they thought they understood has grown into something more dangerous, something unpredictable. The trailer stays silent for a moment, letting the tension build between the two of them. Then we hear Brianna whisper, "It's different this time." Her voice is steady, but her eyes say she's hiding something, perhaps a warning, or a truth she doesn't want to say out loud. Roger turns to her, and the fear on his face softens into a quiet, heartbreaking resolve. Whatever they're planning, they're doing it together. They always do. The screen flashes to a quick sequence of images. A door slamming shut, gears spinning faster than they should, and a flash of blinding white light bursting through the cracks of the machine. Then comes the scene that set fan theories on fire. Roger opens an old leather journal, flipping to a page covered in symbols and notes written in a rushed hand. The camera zooms in just long enough to see one haunting phrase: "He is connected to her." The trailer never explains who he is, but the line appears right as the machine starts humming louder, almost like it's reacting to the knowledge on the page. Brianna grabs Roger's arm and pulls him back from the machine, her face suddenly filled with fear. We hear her say, "If we go through again, we might not come back." But Roger looks at the machine, then at the journal, and his voice is steady when he replies, "Some truths are worth the risk." The lights in the room flicker wildly, and the camera shakes as if time itself is cracking open. For a split second, we see what looks like a figure standing inside the burst of white light, too fast to identify. It's a shadowed to name, but unmistakably human. The trailer cuts away before we learn more, leaving only the sense that Roger and Brianna are about to cross another line in time. A line that may lead them to the same mystery haunting Claire. And the man who appears, everything changes the moment the trailer slows down and shifts into a deep, golden light, like the world is holding its breath. Claire stands at the edge of a quiet path, the forest around her glowing from the late afternoon sun. For the first time in the trailer, her expression isn't fear or pain. It's confusion mixed with recognition, the kind that hits you in the chest before your mind catches up. The music softens into a single, trembling violin note. And that's when the camera cuts to him. A shadow steps onto the screen. Not fully visible, not introduced, not named. Just a man walking slowly through the trees, half-lit like the world hasn't decided yet if he belongs in the present or in a memory. His clothing looks older than Claire's current era, older even than the America Jamie is fighting in. The style doesn't match any known character, which already sets him apart. And then, the trailer does something clever instead of showing his face. It lingers on the small details that make the mystery feel almost personal. We see the man's hands first. One grips the strap of a worn leather bag, the other holds a silver pendant that glints in the sun. The design is simple, but the shape is unmistakable, something from Claire's world. It's not Jamie's. Something from her past, not her future. The pendant swings gently as he stops walking, and the camera stays close, as if daring the audience to notice something familiar. Then Claire speaks, her voice nearly breaking. It can't be. Just two quiet words, but they hit like thunder. The trailer flashes to her face. Eyes wide, breathing uneven, as if she's seeing a ghost she's tried her whole life not to imagine. The stranger steps forward again, and we finally get the closest look yet, a partial profile. The outline of a jaw, the curve of a cheek, and a faint resemblance that fans immediately caught. The shape of the face, the posture, the expression, everything feels like a mirror of Claire in male form. It's subtle, but unmistakable. A sudden cut shows a close-up of the man opening a small notebook with delicate handwriting across the first page. The camera lingers long enough for viewers to see one phrase written at the top: Beauchamp Family Private Notes. The words appear for only a breath, but they hit like a revelation. Outlander fans know Beauchamp is Claire's maiden name, and this notebook looks older than Claire herself. As he holds the book, his hand shakes slightly, like he isn't sure he should reveal what he knows. Claire slowly approaches him, but before she reaches him, the trailer cuts to black and purpose, leaving a cliffhanger sharper than any blade in Jamie's battles. Just when viewers think the moment is over, a final whisper from Claire echoes through the darkness. "I thought I was alone." And then, for half a second, we see the man's eyes warm, familiar, and filled with the same strange sadness Claire has always carried. It's the biggest hint the trailer gives. Not confirmation, not denial, just enough to make fans believe that this man could be the answer to one of the oldest mysteries in Claire's life. The brother she never knew existed dots in the trailer like a ghost stepping out of history. The trailer may be short, but it is packed with clues. Small, blink-and-do-miss-them details that change everything once you notice them. And in this section, the entire tone shifts from emotional storytelling to a quiet, unsettling sense that someone has been leaving breadcrumbs for Claire across time. The camera slows down, almost like it wants you to study each frame. And the first big clue appears in the most unexpected place: the background, right behind Claire. In the moment she sees the stranger, there's a tree marked with a carved symbol. It's faint but just clear enough to recognize. A simple spiral one we've seen before in Outlander, during past time travel episodes. It's the same type of marking found near ancient stones. The same shape that appears in legends about travelers who leave signs for those meant to follow. The trailer never zooms in on it, but its presence isn't random. It suggests this meeting wasn't fate. It was arranged. Then, the camera cuts to a piece of cloth caught in a branch nearby. It's torn, dirty, and fluttering in the fading light. Most viewers might ignore it, but sharp-eyed fans notice the stitching, a tiny embroidered letter B, the same initial as Beauchamp, Claire's family name. The fabric looks old, like it belonged to someone who traveled a long way, possibly through time itself. The placement of this clue, right before the stranger appears, feels intentional. As if the man didn't get lost at all, as if he came looking for her. Another overlooked detail appears during the flash of the man's notebook. Behind the family notes in the corner of the page, there is a symbol, a small sketch of a bird. And not just any bird. It resembles the tiny swallow Claire once described from her childhood, a memory she hasn't spoken about in years. The swallow has always symbolized homecoming and folklore. Its sketch inside the notebook hints at one thing. Whoever this man is, he knows far more about Claire's childhood than he should. The trailer also inserts a very quick shot of Claire's surgical tools laid out on a table. At first, it seems unrelated, but one of the instruments is wrong. It's a model that didn't exist in Claire's era, and certainly not in Jamie's. It looks handmade, crafted with care, and the style matches the metallic pieces shown near Roger and Brianna's time travel device. This link between Claire's tools and time travel tech suggests someone has been crossing timelines with knowledge meant for her, not for history. And then comes the most chilling clue. A flashback-style shot shows a young Claire, maybe 5 or 6 years old, sitting in a garden. It's a soft, warm image. But in the background, barely visible through the hedge, someone is standing. A shadow, watching her. The trailer shows this for less than a second, but once you notice it, you can't unsee it. The silhouette is tall, male, and wearing the same coat as the mysterious stranger from the forest. This single frame suggests something shocking. He didn't just appear in Claire's life now. He may have been near her long before she knew it. The final clue is subtle but powerful. When the stranger steps forward at the end of the trailer, the light catches the silver pendant again. And engraved on the back so small it's almost hidden is a date. A date from Claire's childhood. A date that could only matter to someone who was there. All these hints together paint a picture that the trailer never says outright. Claire's past has been woven with this man's life for much longer than she realized. And Season 8 may be the moment when all these threads finally come together. As the trailer reaches its final seconds, everything goes quiet again, as if the world itself is holding its breath. The music fades into a low, trembling note that feels like the calm before a storm. Claire steps into the center of the frame, her face lit by the soft glow of a fading sky. The wind moves gently through her hair, but she doesn't seem to notice. Her eyes are fixed on something far beyond the present, beyond war, beyond time, beyond everything she has survived. And with a single, steady breath, her voice returns. "The truth always finds a way," she says. Not loud, not dramatic, but with the kind of certainty that only comes from a lifetime of running from questions that refuse to die. Then the trailer cuts. Through a montage of quick, striking images. Jamie struggling to his feet in the smoke of battle. Brianna reaching for Roger as the time machine bursts with light. And the stranger standing alone in the forest, half in shadow, half half in sun. Each shot lasts only a heartbeat, but together they create a sense of destiny closing in around every character. This isn't just the end of a season. It's the end of a story built on love, loss, time, and fate. And now, every thread is tightening, pulling the characters toward the final answers they've been avoiding for years. The most powerful moment comes when Claire looks directly into the distance, her eyes shining not with fear, but with something deeper: acceptance. The narration whispers one last line: no matter how far we run, the past walks beside us. And the screen shifts to the mysterious man again, his face still hidden, his presence growing more certain with every passing second. He lifts his head slightly, as if he senses Claire's words reaching him, as if he knows she is finally ready to learn the truth. The camera slowly zooms out, showing the forest stretching endlessly behind him. The light dims, turning golden tones into deep blues. The final image freezes on the silver pendant,